let you cross me. My mind shuts down and I can't compete. My body's shaking and I'm scared to say just how I feel. Gotta turn on that noise so I can make the right choice. I need to know, 'cause if you won't listen, I might just have to go. I want to leave this all behind. Can we close this door for peace of mind? 'Cause I'm not the one to scream and shout, and you don't want to talk this out. And I don't want to lose me, so I need to choose me. Choose me. So I need to choose me. Choose me. I really need to tell you the truth. Your talk is cheap, but your words cut deep. Don't you understand that you're bringing me down till I'm stuck on the ground? I need to turn on the noise so I can make the right choice. I need to know, can't this be different? Or should I let this go? I want to leave this all behind. Can we?
Fuck. Bye. Ok, se deve.
Jade Chamber. This is bad. Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, let's look around. There has to be a way up there near... Hey, look! Since this is the right place, then yes, this must be the way. If that wind current was stronger... Huh? Why? Or... Oh! Alright, let's... Oh. Hey, it looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using... Oh, that's... Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong Ballista.
I'm liking the look of this. Smell of treasure. Strange.
All in a day's work.
¿Qué? ये भाई क्या चूतिया है बे।
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed
Halt.
grounds?
Exactly. What if we're invited guests? No. Wait. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up. Now.
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders.
Well, here they come.
Who goes there? Take the target alive! Tactical retreat! Attack! Two arms!
हो रहा है क्या?
Take the target alive!
We can do it. Let's
Attack! Take this! Take the target alive!
Take the target alive.
Bested.
Take the target alive.
Stop!
दूसरी क्या?
What's all this about?
Lady Coaching,
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to the Jade Chamber?
We're invited guests here to look for the.
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liyue.
Who?
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing.
Kuching.
I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes?
Wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super.
The Guizhong Ballista and Tian. These Millilith are just here to guard the scene.
So this was all a misunderstanding.
Anyway,
Oh, right. So,
just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least,
we're not taking sides. We spoke with.
when you say protect,
Huh?
you are mortals and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assess. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizen. I'll say it like it is.
Well, you've got a point. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person.
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. Either way, I will admit that the Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. How surprisingly civilized of— Well, for Ningguang, she would talk and— The time of the Adepti has long— I'll stop here. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be— The cream of Liyue's
Favor? But, wait, that's right. Greeting.
Alright. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. You didn't actually have to— Well then. May we meet again, traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect it. So, what should we... Oh, right! Paimon has a feeling that it would... Why don't we go with that for a... Nope! But let's go gather ingredients. hear that? It seemed like it came from those rooms. Uh-oh. It looks like the trip.
Have a taste of this!
You're open!
Thank you.
I was nothing.
Don't say that. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing Jewelry and I never expected that those. Is there anything that you lack?
Wait a moment. Actually,
Oh? And what might?
do you have a box that can store presents?
Of course we do. Now just give me a moment, and I'll.
Great! Paimon sugar frosted slime now comes in a beautiful package.
Super chat boys, hello. Arey bro, hello, hello.
Uncle Meng
Welcome
already
to the
told me
stream,
about
Super
it.
chat boys.
Thank you both for saving him. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng.
Uncle
If
Meng.
anything were to happen, here, this container is itself an antique.
कैसे हो super chat boys?
Hang on a moment. Could we...
Sure, please help yourselves. As long as...
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing, it's done! The one and only...
Oh, yes. You might want to use these...
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now the... According to Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of no-
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber.
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng.
ओ आ गई मेरे को बहुत क्यूट लगती है ये यार बहुत ही सेक्सी है ये
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyen Karst.
It's Ningguang! Since this is our first meeting...
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies. higher than the peak of any. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning. At first, it was but this one day. I believe not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to
क्या
the
ही चीज है
GENSHIN.
भाई?
As such, I have been putting eyes
क्या ही
and
चीज
ears
है?
out.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait. Was
Just burgled it? Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang.
you?
I fear that peeking, our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You too. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering. I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that, in the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Teyvat. They built. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subject. That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If hiding the Exuvia was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, traveler?
Huh? What are you two?
Well answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is fine indeed.
Enter the Jade Chamber premises. अच्छा.
Wowee! What a huge hall! I've never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to
Ooh,
why, you've kept your ear to.
that's because even the storytellers are talking about it.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, if possible. But if you were to choose. I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her, but after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the, well, I must say that I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to, indeed. I called for the gag order. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. Allowing the rite of parting to take place.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing. Wait, that's right. Speaking of end.
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return.
Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to. One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for. Just imagine. How much? Let's grab one! The biggest one! Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right. La 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 la. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on. Sigil of permission. That doesn't sound like. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing. Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all but research on the Sigil of permission.
अरे
I
सेंसे
got
मीना
wonders
तो
what
हेलो
they're
हेलो
up to.
भाई वेलकम टू द
Speaking
स्ट्रीम
of
कैसे
which,
हो
there's also some.
सेंसे भाई
Oh, well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it. That's way out of pie. Anyway, before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers.
बढ़िया मैं की मुझे दरवाजा किधर था ये रहा बढ़िया भाई अरे मस्त मस्त नाइस
Freshness preserved. Chill to the bone.
Ready, steady, go!
Frozen food. me to hurry up! This one's well done! An unfortunate fault!
अबे एक और है क्या? अच्छा
Go on! Give me a go! Time to fulfill my duty! This should be fun! Not breaking a sweat! My work finished.
क्या है भाई? ओपन क्या हुआ बे? Investigate the Fatui research. Okay. Oh, ये रहा.
There are so many talismans. Paimon seen this pattern. Oh, Paimon knows. It looks just. But how did a relic of your death die? And oh, that's right. Cloud talismans like that were once maybe the Fatui are copying being able to channel divine power and the plot thick.
And the plot thick.
That's enough sticking around here. The last stop on our rite of party. Let's go.
Meet Chongli at Diva. अच्छा यहाँ पे टेलीपोर्ट नहीं है क्या भाई? क्या Beyblade आ गया मैं सारा पिलर पे एक लात दिया. नहीं मेरे को कहीं पे जाना था. हाँ ये कर लो पहले, इन्वेस्टिगेट कर लो। क्या बड़ी बकचोदी है। जोंगी भाई किधर हो भाई? पूरा टाइम पजल मतलब
Right on time. Did you enjoy your visit to the...
It was so big and pretty and
Indeed. It's... Then you met with Ningguang, I trust?
she's super rich and so
she
generous.
is also very sexy.
Paimon thinks she's very friendly.
Very sexy.
Yeah, her take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon.
Oh. So you also met with Kut?
She said the time of the Adepti has long...
Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Kuching, Ningguang is more of a... Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most...
The Jade Chamber is only second.
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She...
That is how the Fatui have always been. No matter what they may be planning.
So, is there anything we need to get for the right of...
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is.
Glaze lilies? Well, why did we come all the way out here? Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame...
No. Those lilies have all been guarded. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of... Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the... Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people, and wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want... But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them. Singing to the flowers will make them more fragrant.
So how good is your singing? Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
We'll only know once she...
गाना गाएगी क्या? गाना गाएगी।
It's time to sing. Whenever you're ready. Da 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 da. What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sing a song for Mondstadt and they don't understand Pyrolyos? Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long.
Well, that's nice and all, but...
Unfortunately...
That's so late.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lily?
Oh, hey! It's...
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised. Ah, that reminds me.
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way?
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I...
Something seems like she's acting different from the first time we met.
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But
you came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I stroll whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed when the Archon War came to its end to... Yes. Now that the spirit of the other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from of the current 7 Archons. The youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of... This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first...
So what do you think of this?
Huh? As a mortal, I've never... But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality.
Huh?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the... Well, let's save that conversation for another... I also know where wild glaze lilies can be...
We dare.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked...
Indeed, I did. I know...
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too?
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance if you would excuse me...
And that just about does it. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies...
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine...
I've had enough Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, so you must be careful to take...
Wow. See? Alright, I think it's about time...
नचा रहा है इधर से उधर स्टोलन सॉन्ग फ्रॉम बारबरा लमाओ वही तो दा कैसा गाती है वही गा दिया बे नचा क्यों रहा है साला लिली पकड़ने के लिए लाया था कुछ नहीं पकड़ा वापस भेज दिया इधर
You're the consultant to Wangsheng. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are
desperate times.
The Adepti of Julian Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the...
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the GOR.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are...
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands.
And what now? How...
That's all Ningguang's. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must... Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us?
मेरे को एक बात बताओ तो सेंसे भाई और
That's the
सुपर चैट
Qixing
बॉय
for you. Anyway,
ये जो निंगवांग
Mr.
है
Zhongli,
वो सेक्सी
you're
लेडी
one of Child's close associates.
वो
Please
अच्छा है कि
understand
बुरा
that your
है
actions will reflect on us.
स्पॉइलर दो
Don't
तो
let
हमको उसके
anyone
बारे
catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary? Neither path is...
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng funeral parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng. Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler.
Having connections with the... So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the... He must be waiting for the moment when no one is... But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
अच्छी है अच्छा सही है तो फिर सारा इतना क्यूट और सेक्सी बन गया, अगर खराब निकले तो खराब रहेगा। recommended party level 37. ये भाई बकचोदी चल रहा है का?
Wow! It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it would... This is where all of Tibet's Mora is minted, right? Oh, so it's a trap! But even if we can't take any, or better yet, take a nap on... Oh, right! It's
पाइमन का इतना चूल क्यों मचती है बे?
too quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Quick! We have to go make sure that...
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen—
Huh? Who's there?
Child.
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross. And where should— If it weren't for that lovely little rite of parting ceremony you put together, it would have taken— Stopping the Mora mints, hiding away—
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled.
तो क्लाइमेक्स आ गया बे.
That which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if we're either way, we now come to the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that...
You could... When Signora offended the deities outside the
तो
cathedral
खराब
of
निकला बे.
Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes.
ये
But
तो
as
खराब
for me,
निकला बे पीस.
the greatest pleasure
ये
of being
पीस
a
खराब
harbinger
निकला
lies in
पे
crossing blades with...
We won't let what happened in
इसने तो
Mondstadt
बचाया था
ever
उसको
happen again.
स्टार्टिंग में.
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good.
वो लोग
I
जब
won't
सोचे
kill you,
मतलब
traveler.
जब पहले
I'll
पहले आए
just
थे ना
play
लुई
along
में एक
to
सेकंड.
feel the thrill of battle.
जब पहले पहले आया था लुई में वो रेक्स लेपिस ऊपर से वो मर के आ गया था. उसके बाद तो इन लोग को मार्डर समझ के इन लोग को मतलब वो कर रहे थे ना, सस्पेक्ट कर रहे थे, तब इस चुतिये ने ही तो बचाया था इनको। मैं कि
Besides, you could never defeat
मेरे को
me,
लगा ही था
not
बीच में
even in
चला
your
ये कुछ है
wildest
इसका।
dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, with that fighting talk, I love it. This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. How unbecoming.
ये भाई तो टेलीपोर्ट हो गया।
Poor timing. A clear shot.
अच्छा इसको रेजर लेके मारेंगे।
You've made some progress. Guess I should take you more seriously. Good. No wonder Senor was so worried for you. Well, that just means I could go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. Break! Raging Tide!
अच्छा
I'll crush you! All you do is run!
अच्छा
Something else catch your eye? No use hiding back there. All you do is run.
अबे बहुत सारी वो तो 1 HP था बे, इसको हरा के लिया 2 दिन में से। अरे वो 1 HP था।
But that's about as far as you'll get.
अच्छा 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 अभी खेल बाकी है। वो सेक्सी लेडी आ गई क्या?
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. You should have... Well then, I'll be taking more Axis-Gnosis now. I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
भाई एनिमे देख रहा हूँ क्या? एनिमे देख रहा हूँ क्या मैं? ओह तो कुछ अलग ही हो गया बे। इसका भी मतलब सुपर सैयन। अच्छा टाटा तो बवाल चीज है भाई।
This is going to cost you!
भाई एनिमे 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 देख रहा हूँ मैं।
Faster? Did you leak the information willfully on purpose? No matter. Hand the gnosis over now. Let me take it from you.
Take it?
अरे इसको ही इसको डैमेज नहीं देना था मेरे को। अबे यार
Die here.
बस वो करके गायब हो गया। पूरा वेल आ गया मैच।
That's what you wanted.
Nice.
Die here. Die here.
माथा खराब कर दिया रे।
Well, it seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you had no connection to the Gnosis.
That's what we've been trying to tell.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Senora's initialist. You already know the answer, don't you? But if that is a secret you wish to keep, this battle has already led. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. even if our friendship can.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to.
Unfortunately, given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was. In fact, it might be that the
What? So you mean that?
Yes, it appears so. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also as such.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the truth is, the world belongs to the. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui harbingers.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath.
A god?
Osile, overlord of the vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the—
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago.
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been
Indeed. The one that was given to you, with the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon, using the powers of ancient gods, and but knowing that such an act—
ओ भाई कुछ खतरनाक होने वाला है क्या? हाँ स्टोरी पढ़ लिया अभी.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
बकचोदी फुल बकचोदी.
If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as... Did we make it in time? Is that...
What?
Oh.
Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the
भाई
Jade
मेरे
Chamber?
जाने मन भी आ गया.
I thought you were arguing with the
मेरे जाने मन भी आ गई भाई.
Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such
ये अच्छी है
magnitude,
भाई ये.
we
ये अच्छी है भाई.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pin in Paimon's...
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems... Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets...
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against... So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti...
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is...
Not necessarily.
Wait, all of you are supposed to be the Guardians of Liv?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own... For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. We haven't a moment to spare. Our bat...
Yep. अरे 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 अरे. अरे भाई. मेरे को ना इससे प्यार हो गई. भाई उठी है रे. ये क्या करेगा? shit.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Guizhong Ballista!
Hey, Fatui वाले आ गए. रेजर लाओ बे मेरे को कोई.
The three Empire men in the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me! Let's go on too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One witness to witness.
I miscalculated.
और है क्या? बकचोद.
Have a load of this. Look through.
और लाओ बे, और लाओ. अंदो. ये लोग एम पे फिक्स कर दे क्या? कहाँ जा रहा है?
Looks like I harden up.
Ando.
That is Ezrealzz divine.
Ando, और ando.
Careful not to get hit.
ये लोग एम पे फिक्स कर दे भाई. अभी ये कौन मारा भाई?
Their attacks are unrelenting.
Smash and Iron diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Stay right there. This is it. This isn't time for a break yet.
Were you about to say we can't hold them at surface?
How can this be?
Here, take this.
और आ गया. ये
Not breaking a sweat. My work.
अरे हम अकेला बंदा कितना को मारेगा? तू ये है क्या?
Let's move. This is good. This is it.
With the blood of the Cheetah, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might!
रेजर को जिंदा रखना है.
You did this during the Archon War! So this is what Guiny's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
अरे मैं
But perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once. Once you've adapted, use that advantage.
You're not going anywhere.
Let me amuse myself a little.
ये चचा पागल हो जाएगा मैं अब.
In other words, hold here, there's nothing worse to come.
I will end. I guess. This isn't good. Don't get in the way! My work.
Look at me. No longer.
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be gone in peace.
Razor carrying everybody somehow.
No more. Now we
यार
may
हम
commit
अकेला फाइट ले रहे हैं
fully.
ये सब बकचोदी करना है तो पहले कर देता.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
अरे 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 जाने मन क्या है ये उदामा नर्सिंग का नहीं क्या मोमेंट है भाई मोमेंट है
Be careful now.
मोमेंट है भाई
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
Oh,
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
Lady Ningguang
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
बवाल मचा रहा है वे पूरा गेम लेडी निंगवांग किधर गई हाँ भाई लेडी मर गई क्या सेंसे ब्रो अरे यार
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed the effects of the sigil of permit. It will be some time before the overlord of the void.
We are indebted to you
Oh,
for your assistance.
अभी थोड़ा सा
If the
शांति
Adepti
मिली मेरे
hadn't
को
happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside that first. It was only the size of a small room, but it is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well,
Hey, it's me, bro. Welcome
I was
to the
really
stream.
hoping you would say
Bhai,
that
kaise ho?
such sacrifice
Arey
could
bhai,
at
ye
least be
jane
used as some leverage in our negotiations.
मेरे को प्यार हो गया भाई इससे.
Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why
cute
the
hai be.
Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We can.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rexlab. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the but that does not mean that the Liyue of do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
काट के खा जाएंगे चूतिए.
I
उसको हाथ
mean no
लगाया तो.
offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a
ये
new
तेरी
light.
पूरी ना जुमा.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
मेरे को ही देख लेती ड्रीम में.
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence and.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
अबे हाँ ना सुपर चैट
Though your
बॉयज.
point is the very height of
निंगवांग फोर्स से
simplicity.
सब 5 स्टार को
As
के
Adepti,
लीड
we've
दे रहा है
become a
भाई.
laughing stock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right.
Dari
Didn't
thi.
Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for your...
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
बहुत जल्दी आए भैया.
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, although I am a mere mortal soldier.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just...
Weren't you frightened?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and when danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor.
ये हो
Please
जाएगा
come
रे, हो
visit us
जाएगा.
for the next lantern run.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. Oh.
You see, this is what Liyue is like to... The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary. Although their blood is weak, there is still the time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now...
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say
क्या आ रहा है
so,
बे
Cloud
नाइट
Retainer?
बोट का बीच में भाई?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of...
Let us return now.
जाओ भाई
Eager
जाओ.
to leave, conqueror of demons. Yes, one understands what the conqueror of demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our... One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist. But how will we ensure that the Liyue will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In
All right, Moncava, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left...
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. Oh, right! It's nice that Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure, but we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of...
Bye.
Simon doesn't get it.
Bye.
The strongest thing we have, the Adepti-less rite of party that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's going. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
ये गया भाई ये बॉस द कूलेस्ट जाओ हाँ भी उसको अच्छा लगता है कूल लगता है वे पूरा और उसका मूड में रहता है ना वो उसका मूड में और भी कूल लगता है उसको वो अपने एक मूड में रहता है इसमें ब्रो उस मूड में तो उसको और भी सूट करता है वह
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangshen Funeral...
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you...
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he...
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the... Last time we saw Zhongli was before... Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue?
Oh, हाँ बे
At a time like this,
चूतिया ये किधर था बे
we had better go and make sure that it...
नहीं पूरा फाइट में साला ना हम फाइट किया चूतिया के साथ में थोड़ा लड़ लेता पैसा तो दिया नहीं उसने मेरा पैसा तो उसने लौटाया नहीं चलो फाइट ही ले लेता थोड़ा यार पूरा ऊपर होके जाना होगा फिर Zhongli be like boss doesn't अभी घंटा वो
You call this cooperation between harbingers?
पैसा वैसा नहीं देता है वो
Cooperation involves communication,
फाइट
you
के
know.
टाइम भी नहीं है वो
Don't take it to heart, child.
आलसी आदमी है वो एक
Besides,
नंबर का
aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And... you!
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In this... Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helpless...
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certain...
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted...
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had... Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but the real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm... You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled.
अभी motherboard.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the con-
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This...
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot.
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that as you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept until one drizzly day. As I was strolling
Opinion
along the
on La Signora.
I heard a merchant tell one of his workers,
मेरे को बिल्कुल भी अच्छी नहीं लगती भाई.
"You finished your duties. Go ahead
देखो
and
भाई,
call it a day."
मेरे को ना सबसे ज़्यादा
motionless among
मतलब
the crowds,
सेक्सी
asking
लगता
myself,
निंगवांग,
I
ठीक है.
already finished my duties?
लेकिन रेडियन भी बहुत
But
क्यूट
as I
लगती है
began to
भाई.
consider relinquishing my divine rule,
रेडियन is one of a kind. Like
I soon
वो है
discovered that many reasons still remain to not
अगर तुमने
hastily
नारुतो
depart.
देखे हो
Was
तो
Liyue,
रेडियन is like
the city I
हिनाता,
had dwelt in for
cuteness है
so
उसमें.
long,
और
already
निंगवांग
prepared to
like
enter its next
कोई
age.
सेक्सी कैरेक्टर.
I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue. Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine...
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have. Take the Adepti, for instance.
ये भाई ये
Owing to
सुन
their
ले पूरा.
years
अरे
of
पढ़ रहा हूँ मैं
seclusion,
पूरा
they
स्पीड
were
में
the
पढ़
least
रहा हूँ.
informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, credit is
ये लोग बोलने
also
में
due
इतना
to
slow है ना,
Senora,
उससे
the
पहले मेरे पढ़
emissary
के हो जाता है.
dispatched by the Cryo Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This, despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't
Ah,
anyone
tu
feel the
chup
least
rahe.
bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically...
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for... If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liur, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of his...
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you it? Be that as it may. You've come out of this as the hero of Liur. I, on the other hand, will be forever...
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with him.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
निब्बा निब्बी के जैसा फाइट क्यों कर रहा है बे?
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask?
हाँ वो पता चल गया मिना सेंस ब्रो जोंगली कौन है भी तो पता चल गया भाई
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade.
Realistically speaking, there is no such.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined
main motive क्या था उस फाइट का?
My agreement with
Child
the
no
Cryo
respect
Archon
है.
will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon.
एक सेकंड
My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself.
उसका नाम ही child है bro. छूतिया no respect seriously. Leave the North Bank. अच्छा.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
म्यूजिक ही चेंज हो गया बे यार माथा खराब मत करो बे चलो जो रहा भाई वही सेंसे ब्रो जो चीजें प्यारी और क्यूट होती है ना रियल लाइफ में भी वही बहुत दर्द देती है समझे
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of...
Say, do you think the person who assassinated...
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an
वही तो क्या बोल रहा था एसेंस ब्रो वही जो चीजें प्यारी होती है क्यूट होती है इनोसेंट होती है दिखने में ऐसा नहीं लगता कि ऐसा होगा वही चीजें बहुत
Well, since we're going through with this rite of parting,
इनाजुमा की स्टोरी पता है क्या ना
So Rex Lapis is really... Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think? I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth any... There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Child.
Fatui? They certainly are very...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis...
ये दूसरों का बात सुनने वाला काम करने के लिए क्यों दे रहा है बे
Hear ye all!
गुड स्पॉइलर
The
नहीं मिलने
Chi-Sing's
चाहिए
words.
अरे
Though a
Raiden
dragon
Shogun के
soars
spoiler मत
ageless as
दो
the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is gods and Adepti live glorious lives. But both light and shadow have rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
हो गया जाओ तो
Paimon needs a trim. So that's something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how could the Chi-Sing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that, Did Zhongli tell them in secret after? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting.
मैंने सिर्फ वो YouTube शॉर्ट्स में देखा था कि रेइडन शोगन को फाइट करना होगा तो ऑब्वियसली एज ए बॉस ही आएगी वो लेकिन मतलब और कुछ पता नहीं
Look, it's Ningguang and Kuchi.
अरे जाने
Are
मन
they saying something? Are there speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's
3,700 years of contracts burnt and
we, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us as we
So concludes the words of Her Eminence. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Chi-Sing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, name your price.
Whoa.
पाइमन को मच रही है चूल
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
इसका वॉइस आज सुन रहा हूँ मैं Talk to the people.
Perhaps.
And to think I'd put my best perfume on, but it seems as if those perfume. Well, that's fine. So.
As for the mortals and Adepti of Liyue,
Look for Zhongli at the scene. ये भाई साहब कहीं कि क्या ये भाई क्या देख रहे हैं भाई ये मेरे को ही देख रहा है
Thinking that and here you are looking all relaxed.
वही तो
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,000? Right, if the two of you can spare the.
That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout. But you have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Xinyue kiosk. Are you sure you can afford?
You're right. I do like.
Well, why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an.
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods.
Don't give a shit.
We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as the Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the street. That is true. But there is no journey.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed.
Oh.
Yes, the nation has been closed. The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in...
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma...
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is... Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those.
That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision
Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon...
They want to seize visions? But why? Aren't visions blessings?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings.
Whoa.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principle. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Ah, that was a good one. Failing at that said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret. I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of the... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot...
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Qixing from defeating the ancient god. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatu. Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him. And all right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Kuching is absolutely right in saying that now. Though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power. All right then. Was there any...
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your nose since Morax is dead, Are they all just gonna Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even...
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating...
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of...
Yes, this is indeed a major issue from... Well, I suppose we'll...
Then, did you at least set some private fund?
Oh, a private fund. It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it. All right then. Was there anything... Well then. I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must
इसने
first
रेडियन
come
की
into
पूरी
play.
पूरी लाइंस बोल दी. रिपोर्ट लेडी कहाँ मिलेगा भाई?
I have gathered everyone here today. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber.
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? So the rumors are true. No wonder the Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang.
Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be of service?
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many people contacting me to declare an interest in joining the project. Nevertheless, I do have a few matters I should like to entrust to you. The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. They are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm...
Only sufficiently large pieces of plastrite, or specifically, vermilionite, may earn themselves the Sunset moniker. This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to float. Wonder Cores, meanwhile, are the central components of the mechanical structure of the Jade. Adepti Sigils serve as a means of integrating the mechanical devices with Adepti art. Although these three items are rare, I trust that with your connections and capabilities, procuring them will not be a question of if, but of when. I take the saying, time is money, more seriously than most. Efficiency is everything. I will pay a generous price for the materials that you find, and you may ask me anything, and I will give you an honest answer.
These things won't be easy to get hold of. But if it means a chance to get some inside information on Liyue Harbor's development plan...
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is priceless.
Haha, what a coincidence! I won't divulge too much, but I heard some murmurings about some plastrite just the other day.
No. We better move quickly.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber?
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested? Yes. Providing the question pertains to some...
Really? Ooh, then we'll never be short of more...
Of course. But how... The construction of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space. The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. Once you have collected the... I have other business to attend to now. Otherwise, I would gladly escort you to the site in person.
अरे यार,
When
आज
you
जाती
do
है
arrive,
escort देने.
please, seek out my Remember,
This is a race against the clock. A rare opportunity presents itself to...
Ningguang seems super busy. Come on, first we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh? Look! It seems like there's something kind of fishy going on.
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can see that you're easily gonna win this procurement contest Lady Ningguang has set up. As it happens, we have some information about the materials that I really think might interest you.
No, I don't need it.
Ah, don't be like that. Hey,
Oh
come
my
on,
dog.
don't go! Why don't you stand there?
Oh, right, yeah.
Did you hear that? They said they had some useful information. Information's just what we need right now. Let's follow them and see what we can find. They're not here. Let's keep looking.
Well, will you look at that, ma'am? No, don't worry. We're not bad guys. You give us some more.
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the energy she gives off. I'm telling you, there's something different about her.
So what? She's loaded. How are we ever going to repay those gambling debts if we just let money walk away from...
I've already told you. I don't need your information. If you still can't grasp that, I'm happy to repeat it in a way that won't...
Come on, ma'am. It's not about whether you need the info or not, okay? It's about you taking out your money and handing it...
I won't...
No more excuses! Yeah, I saw you. Strolling into Leo Lee Pavilion, then Shinue Kiosk, then Wanmin Restaurant. Same story each time. You order all... How could you afford to be so wasteful if you weren't from a rich family? And since you're so
भाई
rich,
एयर कितना हुआ है?
what's
एयर
to you
28 हुआ है
giving
भाई.
us a little spare change, huh?
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone in Liyue Harbor. But here we are. Perhaps... yes. Let's call it fate.
Boss, I'm telling you...
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her for everything she's worth.
Oh, you again.
What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do this?
Silence! How dare you threaten in...
Don't.
Shenhe.
Shenhe?
Shenhe.
My name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Haiman's name is... well, Haiman. And...
I've heard about you two before. I could have dealt with it myself, though. I suspect smashing his head against the ground a handful of times is...
You can't do that. That's way too... This is Liyue Harbor. There are laws against that kind of...
laws. No.
Really? So...
That would be my stomach growling.
She's so honest. Wait, that's right. They said you went around all the... Then of course you're still hungry. So, anything...
Chingson, glaze lily, violet grass. These are my usuals.
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Boo Pharmacy's not far away. After all, you can't work... You think Shenhe might be... Seems like it's her first time in Liyue
here to buy some herbs? I
वो
do hope you brought your
Nahida are
prescription.
scary. अच्छा हाँ बे Nahida
Ginseng, glaze lily, and
मैं
violet
कुछ
grass,
गेम पे
please.
देखा था
Half a pound of each.
What kind of prescription is this?
चौथा पैक बड़ा
Sounds more
धमाका
like a
वाला
lunch order. Oh, here you go. That's everything we have in stock.
Thank you.
She's real.
My hunger has now abated. Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance. After
So, how come you chow down on these and barely took? If Paimon had enough, Mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest restaurant in...
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future. The food of the mortal realm is most delicious. But should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food here shall only pose an obstacle. Sampling each dish in order
ये
to
शेन है
appreciate
कौन है
its
शेन है
taste
कौन
is
है मेरे को
enough.
बताओ तो कोई ये शेन है कौन
Return to the mountains.
Enough about me. What are your...
Oh, right. Paimon almost forgot. And now we're broke.
I see.
Yep. You get to ask Ningguang any question you want. Were you interested in the contest too?
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this... However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you...
Wow. But having an Adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier, so...
Then let's not delay.
Great! Paimon bets this is gonna be the...
I am not sure whether or to what extent this plan can be... We simply need to dispose of everyone who's currently ahead of us. That...
Veto! That is not acceptable!
Really? But I hear that competition...
Look, we want to win this competition. Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils. Let's start at the top.
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there.
Bashu, what are you doing out here?
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running low at the store.
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang need...
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Maybe for its first aid on site? I didn't ask though. Oh, and she also borrowed Chi-Chi. Meaning Boo Boo Pharmacy is very shorthand.
No, we've got other stuff to do. While you're here though, you seem to know a lot.
Ah, the variety of plostrite used in the Jade Chamber, yes? There is some mention of it in the Seven Mountain. As far as the records show, virtually all Sunset Vermilionite in existence has been mined and taken possession of. But...
Okay then, let's go ask at the... Thanks, Baiju.
You're quite welcome. Good luck to you all.
Eraser human birth वो पता है शेन है human birth अच्छा
Master Xingqiu, thank goodness you're finally back.
Oh? Why do I detect an urgency?
The guild has had a whole string of strange orders in recently. Your father gave me specific instructions to ask you to stay and help out if
I see. Have someone sort the orders by type for now. I'll deal with them.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, Master.
Hey, Xingqiu! Glad you're here. We want to ask you for some information.
Traveler, Paimon, please wait a moment. Shu, I need to entertain some guests. Please continue with your work for the time being, and we'll discuss the matter of the guild's orders in more detail.
Understood, Master Xingqiu.
I wasn't counting on finding you here today. What's going on?
अरे Firefly, welcome to the stream, bro. खबर मजा भाई. खबर is sexy. तुम्हारे को अबे.
Oh, I see. So you've entered Lady Ningguang's contest as well.
As well? Do you mean...
The truth is, the Feiyun Commerce Guild is in possession of some Sunset Vermilionite.
but only one piece. We are holding it on behalf of someone who has asked us to put it up for auction. And a lot of interested parties have already come to us inquiring. At the end of the day, it all comes down to supply and demand. In this case, I'm guessing the final transaction price may be in excess of 500 million mora.
500 million?
Honestly, I would recommend that you don't bother bidding on this one. The price—
But without any sun—
Don't panic. I don't suppose you ever heard of Sea Gazer?
Who?
Sea Gazer was once very close to Mountain Shaper, but if I am not—
Yes, precisely. I didn't know anyone else knew about him. According to records of drifting clouds, Sea Gazer once built an abode to store his rarest and most exquisite treasures, among which was some sunset vermilionite. After Sea Gazer passed, the abode was abandoned, and its location was lost to time. Luckily, I came into possession of a stack of folk history books just recently. They make some oblique references to this lost abode, and after cross-referencing them against each other, I'm now fairly certain that it is
That's great! But wouldn't it be a little, you know, disrespectful with him being an Adeptus?
You needn't worry. As far as I understand, Sea Gazer was very open-minded. Even while he was alive, he wouldn't have let some—
Open-minded? I have not heard of Sea Gazer being described in this way before. May I ask where you read that?
Just a rumor I heard out in the mountains. All right then,
boy,
let's go.
Kiman leksane manero.
There's something about this young lady that Oh, I almost forgot. Adepti abodes tend to have very ingenious designs, especially when it comes to their defense mechanisms. Plus, it's likely to be crawling with monsters after being abandoned.
Okay, we will. It should be around here, but Paimon doesn't see anything.
More story quest says air level kiman hoyse air level max kiman hoibe gute game tut.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art. But now that I have removed it, we can inspect the area more closely.
और फायरफ्लाई पता है मेरे को ना लेडी निंगवांग के साथ प्यार हो गया है.
Hey, look! Is that a new Celia over there?
आज हम वॉलपेपर डाउनलोड करके अरे वॉलपेपर डाउनलोड करके वो रखेंगे नेक्स्ट 60. अच्छा recommended party level 40. भाई नहीं होगा.
What? Weren't we at a waterfall?
I believe this is the abode. With any luck, the sunset vermilionite we're looking.
Really? Let Paimon see. Look, it's gone and snuck. And now that Paimon takes a closer look, the rocks and trees here don't seem complete.
These are not real clouds. They are the product of an... If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism that is maintaining...
All right, then let's do it.
I sense the presence of monsters in this place.
Oh. चलते हैं पर्सन में इसको कुछ करना होता है क्या? हो गया होगा क्या बता? भाई destroy the
It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of ये बहुत तरीके ले The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance.
अब क्या करना है? It looks like we need to put it down. But before that, let's
guard mechanisms on this level first.
Barbara weapon di sa onwe kila. Barbara kila buda nahi be. Into call healing to karne se use karo. Ini logot to cute wale.
You're gonna fall. This time, we're really gonna fall. So high. Luckily, there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise, that could have ended very differently. Wait! That ceiling's on the move again. Let's catch up with it. Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look.
ये कहाँ भेज दिया बे मेरे को ये लोग? বাৰবাৰাক weapon কি দিছা চাব লাগিব ভাই আমি কষ্ট নহয় বে মুছত আৰ্টিফেক্টছ ইমান নাই ৰে বৰবৰুৱাক
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
হেইটো আৰ্টিফেক্টছ খিনি পাহৰি গৈছো ভাই ইয়াত এটো দিয়া আছে HP ডিফেন্স অ্যাটাক 12 ওই কেলা কাইৰো ড্যামেজ লিখা আছে যে কোনটো দিও বে এটো লগাই দিও নেকি কেলা মই কিলা ইনো বাৰবাৰা ইউজ নকৰো বে কেইদিনমানৰ পাছত আৰু নতুন হিৰো এটা পালে হিলিংটো কাৰণে আৰু High HP, high healing, like Dendro with electrocurrent meta, Dendro with electrocurrent meta, Hydro with Gyro freeze koribole, Hydro with Gyro freeze koribole, high HP, ki diu barbara keda weapon. এটো হেয়ক দিয়া আছে গেলা হেইজক দিয়া আছে এরুতাই আছে বে এরুতাই আছে pick up an elemental energy of particle recovers 1% HP এটো দিও নেকি কেলা man দি
Plaustrite doesn't float until it's activated. It may only after being activated does Plaustrite reveal its true nature, breaking free from the shackles of the mortal realm.
Wow, Shenhe.
Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment she has some time to spare, she'll come straight for me and start telling story after story. I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't expect them to ever come in handy like this.
Hold on a second. If we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able to get it back to the site, right? Heck, we'll be dragged up into the sky too! But if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna lift it? This rock must weigh well over 1,000 pounds, surely!
Don't worry. I can handle the weight quite easily.
Are you sure? Be careful!
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that a Plaustrite sample this large must be highly valuable. I will be gentle with it and make sure it does not get damaged. My safety.
That's right! Paimon's sure you can handle it and everything. You gotta be extra careful when lifting heavy...
Is it now? I'll go on ahead with the Plaustrite. Let's meet...
How is Shenhe able to carry that huge rock all by herself? Super strength much?
Ui.
We can't slow down.
ইডখন বেলেগ নেকি কি হয় कहाँ गाँव को बोले पालू के लागो Shenhe Shihal Thrilling Tales of Dragon 3 who ultimate football এটা weapon পাবা 1 সেকেন্ড কেলা 1 সেকেন্ড না পানি আমার তো পাইছে রে এটা weapon পাবা eventually Thrilling Tales of Dragon 3 star হয় ultimate passive Thrilling Tales of Dragon Yo का करने पाम का करने पाम Oh, that's my teleport waypoint to Kulibar. Barbara Carno Catlisto Carno hetu hoy Barbara Carno Chili 1 second kelam customer bole ego Thrilling Tales of Dragon okay Barbara healing to karne bahut moza lage je bhal time mein bataite time bahut bhal time mein bataite Mokkel नहीं की मॉलअप man ओ teleport नहीं हूँ किला था लगे जुने बुक यूज़ करे कम पैसा जीवन किताब का कोई लेके लाया किताब की टाइप वो लगा ऐसा
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
Oh my god.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's gotta be one of those Adepti, surely.
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing so that in the coming year I may reap a more bountiful salary.
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. Congratulations, this item is approved for submission. I'm going to award you full marks for the sunset.
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute now.
Shenhua, and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No wonder. The rarest talent turns in the but I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Oh.
Okay then, Miss Secretary. What?
In truth, it is the finest piece of plastrite we have received so far. If everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which will enable us to proceed to the next stage of construction. As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. If you need a place to rest... Now, please excuse me. As you can see...
Shenhua! Just now on the way over, pretty much everyone was singing your
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that? So whenever Paimon gets praised, Paimon can't help but hold their head up high.
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect, as if I'm...
Yeah, 'cause that's how adepti are. At least the ones we...
But I am not...
Shenhe?
He's 6 seconds.
I'm fine. I've been
आ गया
observing
मेरा
myself quite a lot ever
make
since
safe
we set
charger
foot
आ
in
गया.
that abode. I'm just a little fatigued.
Well, Byron said that there are some makeshift hotels we can use, right? Let's go check in.
No need. I simply need to find myself a secluded place in the wilderness to sit and meditate in silence.
Heal करे attack bonus भी अच्छा. पाले नहीं बा बाल तक ना ठीक है बेनेट. मैं लोग लाइव जाऊँ खेला तुम्हें. Okay bro, आज stream कोई नहीं एक बार question ऐसे रिव्यू दिवा on stream. बार माहिम moon माहिम. हेलो artifacts की नहीं साले ही का होए वे. बार stream में बार दिया उलाई जा.
Okay.
Enjoy, brother, enjoy.
Great! Now we're talking.
बोला बोला. का है बे और डील क्या है Juan, look what I do.
Hi there. Checking in, are we? You're just in time. We only have 2 rooms left. Since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people in this area. And not just workers either. So, business is booming for me today. Very few vacancies. You're lucky you got here. When you One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready within the hour. The other room is just to the... Here are your keys. All right.
Shenhe, you should go get some rest. Hyman's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Hyman couldn't help but notice. Let's buy one for Shenhe too. She can have it as a midnight snack.
All right. I will head. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleeper. Mm-hmm.
एकदम मेरे को पसंद नहीं होता ये
One trusts you have met Shen-He. So, are you getting along?
So far so good, yeah!
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor. All the Adepti living today are acquainted with Shen-He.
Cool! So, what's her Adeptus name anyway? Calling her Shen-He feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful.
Her Adeptus name? Why pray
Don't all...
On this latter point, you are correct.
Oh, right. Wait, what? What? You knew already?
Do you mean to say that she presents differently?
Well, to start with...
Ah, yes. She was like this all those years ago. One first found Shen-He by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a god's remains. Being of an inside was Shen-He, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand, she held a dagger with which she was confronting a monster that was the god's remains in
That sounds so...
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. Most mortal children are that she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong willpower. One dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard.
Suspense
She
तो है.
even pointed her dagger in one's direction and remained ready to strike. Only after she was satisfied that one had no intention to cause...
In other words, if you hadn't passed by that day...
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding. Even had the stalemate continued, one suspects that Shen...
That's still so dangerous, though! Why was a tiny little kid...
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind. And she had experienced her fair share of this, even at a tender age. Indeed, it is one to whom she refers. Shen-He has an extraordinary constitution, making her well adapted. However, her homicidal urges did not subside with Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity. Consumed by malevolent energy, she is prone to bring harm to those around her. Such is the red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem to have rendered her somewhat inexpressive. It is only by fate that people's paths may cross. Now that Shen-He's path has crossed with yours.
Oh, now Paimon gets it. You can...
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion. Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the era of the contract between Liyue and the humans. Well, one is most curious to observe how she will respond. If she handles it admirably, one is willing to be a witness. Let us conclude our conversation here for today.
So, Shen-He isn't an Adeptus after all!
smell rabbit.
No wonder she doesn't like being treated as an adeptus. Having everyone falling over themselves to show their respect all the time must be kind of hard to deal with. To replenish your supplies often out in the wild. I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister. La da 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 da.
के लिए
You are strong.
ক্ৰাফ্ট কৰিব লাগিব নেকি বাবাটো বাৰু
Traveler, please, over here. It has been a while since you joined the Adventurers Guild. Is that another person to count on?
Yep, and it's even...
Ah, yes. Let me consult...
Wand. Wait, do you mean... Does that stranger's face look...
Like the honorary knights? No.
Serious?
That stranger nonetheless. After all, and should the stranger be a strong adventurer indeed, please don't talk. Your deeds are the stuff of song for all the... Well, as to further news, he stands guard at the city gate. I wish you every... Ad Astra Ab... Ad Astra...
There you are, eavesdropper. Let me amuse myself.
who trespasses upon the waters of Chinsa, coveting the shades of the living. Pure water can take on many forms. In this world, shall water deliver your punishment. The power of water is its ability to take any shape. Without solid ground, terrestrial creatures become simply the power of water is its ability to take any shape. One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend its horrors. Let's see what happens when you lose your foot. The power of water is its ability to take any shape. As long as rain falls and rivers flow, water will exist forever.
Had I no moral...